Alright, we are live tonight, night 2 of the YOHO Pirate Mutiny tournament. Should be good. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully everyone's having a great night. I know everyone's just joining in right now. So let's see how this goes forward on this. We were still waiting for a invite on the first game, but of course we still have a minute to go. So let's see how this goes tonight. Unfortunately, due to a last minute thing, Pig Bay is not able to join, so tonight you just have my sorry butt. So let's see if I can do this well. We already got the first invite. Let's go to this. Get into the live stream section. How is everyone's nights going? It's actually kind of we'll just keep it that way. Hopefully everyone is having a great night tonight, Saturday night. Let's get into this now. First game, exactly. Let's actually quickly switch over to this before. Now, of course, last night we actually went up with a 5-5-5 split with a 4-1 on there. We got Canada, Northeast, and Southeast Coast absolutely all holding the reins there, while West Coast is at 4 and Central is at 1. We can see all the rankings tonight, but of course the matches tonight, this is double elimination playoff, and we of course will be watching winners bracket 1-1 with Team West Coast versus Central. So let's see if they can pull through from last night. And of course the first game will be Cage Epicenter, which will be a very interesting map play and a few other things going on there. So let's see exactly how this goes. So let's everyone's just kind of joining the game right now. From there, hopefully everyone is having a great night tonight. Got some fun here. Let's figure this out. So Cage, Golden Center, and Haunted Seas, all very different matches. So especially with the Epicenter situation, you are going to want to go for a little bit of map control. You want to make sure you don't push too far on the destroyer situation there. But of course, more destroyers, if you play it right, shot call it right, be good. On the other side, Golden Channel, Haunted Seas are both very interesting picks because they are very fundamentally different matches, and if they tend to bring the exact same situation, it could come to bite them in the butt. But of course, let's kind of go over to the game. We do have some people rolling in, actually mostly rolling in, so we're gonna stick on this page. So hopefully everyone's having a good night. I think I've already said that like 4 times. I'm just an idiot. Don't worry about me. Let's quickly go over. Let's check out YOHO. Alright, good. Hope everyone enjoyed last night's coverage. Pig Bay and I there. Had a blast. Definitely had a lot of fun. Everyone going on, everyone talking, especially about the Blitz Pass and such, which, let me know, Black Ishmael worth it or not? Debatable. It might be worth it. So let's make sure we're ready. We got Cage Epicenter. We already have some picks going in. Let's go in on this. So we did see the Black New Mexico yesterday kind of show a reason to be there, while we did see the PDF, or the Prince Ethel Frederick, definitely make its point of why it should be there. So Arizona also why it should be there. Very strong ships, but we definitely can agree that the Warspite was a arguably good pick in that situation. So we'll see exactly if we see more Warspites tonight. The Prince or the Black Ishmael, if I can talk tonight. That is a pick that definitely is strong, but is it going to be the one that wins the match? And that's going to be the bigger one. And of course, we do also have, do they bring the Independence or do they bring the brand new British CV? That's going to be kind of an interesting pick on that. So we'll, of course, have to wait and see what they choose, how they pick, everything like that. So Majestic Potato is pulling out potentially a London, which I really wouldn't suggest, but I don't know, we'll find out if that is something that ends up being something that is usable. I think the London, of course, is a kind of a sister ship to the Sirius, so we'll have to see exactly how well that goes on that situation. But bigger guns, but not as much firepower in my opinion. The Sirius is definitely a great roamer and a great situational ship within this point, but the London, it's a stretch. It's a stretch for me. It's too big in my opinion. Just too big. So hopefully, let me know how everyone's night is going. Let me know if you're enjoying this, and we will see when the teams join up. We of course are waiting for the teams to join up. And for everyone who's wondering what exactly is the exact game plan tonight, let's switch over to this while we wait. We, of course, are on the Saturday, January 15th situation. We've got Cage Epicenter first with Golden Channel and Haunted Seas right after. Very different maps depending on how you play them, and you really have to think about them thoroughly through that. So still waiting, but hopefully everyone's having a great night. Or at least having a good starting great night. I think actually we are still waiting on a majority of players, so we'll wait a little bit longer. So stand by. Alright, it looks like we are potentially getting ready to go here. We're waiting on one more person, so let's kind of talk over the picks on this. We do have the Black New Mexico, which of course we did see yesterday. It is usable, and it's there. I still would prefer something else, but you know, if you got what you got, you know, whatever. We got the Prince Ethel Frederick, Independence, Arizona, London, all up top with 2 functions. So of course, pretty much 1 cruiser, 3 BBs, 2 DDs. Down on the bottom, let's see, we've got a plethora of ships. Of course, someone's got to change out of a tier 9 on that one. But we do have a DeGrasse mixed with a function, and I have a feeling another function. A Fuchsia. Oh, a Farragut. Interesting. Interesting. Also a Dunker. I was surprised that a Dunker actually didn't show up last night because it does have that forward firing power. Its guns just aren't as punchy, but it's able to tank a little bit better. So we'll definitely see exactly if that works out in the situation. Now, Independences are the CVs of choice, as we've seen. The Tier 6 HMS carrier, it's good. It does a lot of damage, but it doesn't do that map control as well as the Independence and the, you know, the spotting capabilities. And of course, people saying that I should play tonight. No, I am not as good as players as Pirate or all of YOHO, so I will refrain from showing how bad of a player I am, because that would be bad. So let's see if we do have a ready up. We do have Cage Epicenter, which of course is a very heavy map control. So having 2 DDs and specifically having 1 cruiser, it's not a bad setup. I still don't see the DeGrasse, but it has come in its own. But then again, we also are seeing Londons, which I would argue are not the pick to go for this, but we've seen Molotov sail in that situation, so not exactly a crazy pick. So let's see, we might have some switch ups here. We have 2 DeGrasses and 1 Fuchsian, so that will be an interesting pick on that side of things. London is going. Let's see if Matty Boy going to be readied up. We are all readied up, so let's go in. Let's see. Yeah, I was like, we have to get going. We are, of course, very late on this one. So let's see. Hopefully everyone have a good night. Let's see how this goes. And let's see. You know, I have a feeling the YOHO, you know, is going to win jokes. Is going to be definitely there. So we'll have some fun. But let's see. We're in. All right, Cage Epicenter. Let's go in. So, of course, we've got the 2 DDs versus 1 DD, and, of course, 2 cruisers versus 1 cruiser. Set up 3 battleships, of course. Nothing really crazy on this situation besides the Dunkirk. So, let's see exactly if that pans out for the team. Kind of an oddball pick. We didn't see it at all yesterday, so that'll be kind of interesting. Boom. We are actually over Husky over here. Let's get a nice fleet pick right here. We got Whirligig formerly, and on down south, where we got Husky, Nuttenfutz, and Majestic and Sanderson up on the north side. Now, of course, everyone's going to go cap. Cap is not lava in these groups. Everyone needs to get in cap unless you're healing, unless you're backing off in order to do that. Now, of course, the carriers can still have fun with you, and they will focus you down. Here we got Need, Fred Smith, and the Prince Ethel Frederick. We got Matty Boy. Fruit Poop Loops is absolutely joining this. The carriers actually can join early on to help make sure they secure this situation. And, of course, we got the DeGrasse and Fear Kitten with a function down here. Now, of course, as we watch the middle situation right here, the DDs are going to both go in the situation, and they have to press their advantage with 2 DDs over 1, but they can't lose them. The problem, or the main thing that you want to do with your DDs, is you want to make sure that they stay alive, because they are the roamers. They have all the capabilities of everything, but being that they are that capability and that powerhouse, you are immediately going to see them targeted. So let's pop up. Let's get into this. As we've seen, Whirligig has taken a good amount of hits, but so has Vina Cava, which absolutely has been taking a lot of hits in this situation. Expert dodge from them right there. I don't know if that's going to be enough to save them, because the DeGrasse does not back up as fast as people think it does. It is French, but nope, it doesn't do that. Of course, going down immediately from just absolute focus fire. And yesterday we saw focus fire being an incredibly important power to this. So now both sides on A, both DDs on A, absolutely have an advantage now, because now they have one less Degrassi to deal with in order to take it on. So we're going to see if Whirligig can get out of there. I think Whirligig needs to back out immediately. They've lost way too much health, and of course you do have the carrier focusing them and positioning themselves, which of course, great expert use of an island. Pull a Natsu right there, absolutely, but now get the crap out of there. You have too much firepower coming in on you, which unfortunately I don't think that's going to be enough time for Whirligig to be able to do that, especially with the carrier coming in last moment. Let's see. Fruit Poop Loops absolutely securing the kill. That is a great job from the carrier, saying, hey, we need to make sure this person is down. I don't care if my team takes it down. We need to make sure that those DDs are down, because that drops the advantage they had. And of course, now the teams are pretty much equal at this point of 1 DD, 1 cruiser, 3 battleships, and a carrier on each side. So now it's going to be up to who can focus better, who can position their ships better, and who can keep caps longer. Now, of course, because they had the 2 DDs early, they have all 3 caps. The middle cap is being flipped over on this situation right here. And we do have food stamps absolutely being a roamer in Arizona. I wouldn't really suggest that, but hey, if it works, it works. Over here, we are seeing, specifically when we're looking at the health of each side, these two teams are expertly focusing on targeting. And you're not seeing a plethora of different healths. You're seeing some people have a decent amount of health and some people don't. So we're going to see exactly if you go. Matty Boy has taken a considerable amount of damage right there. Definitely needs to hide, heal up. Well, of course, we do have Arizona over here with food stamps, absolutely trying to take side pot shots on certain individuals, targeting formally. Now, right here, they need to get the London out, and that literally removes the cruiser presence that they brought into the game in the first place, and kind of shows the London just cannot tank damage, and that, of course, is a problem. Now, right now, as you can tell, we are seeing the Prince Alfred Frederick and Need taking a considerable amount of damage. Matty Boy obviously needs to heal up, while Fruit Poop Loops is showing, and also Nut and Fuss are both showing the importance of carriers actually moving forward in the game, not sitting far the way in the back. That's a great thing. If any carriers can learn that tonight, to not sit all the way in the back, you can be useful to your team. Sanderson going down, that was a great job from Fruit Poop Loops there. Obviously, there was an attempt of a switch on that, and I'm sorry I missed that, but of course, that was a great maneuver, great job on their side. Now, Fear Kitten needs to get out of there, as now he can roam, or they can roam, specifically around the map and absolutely abuse the situation. But of course, A-team's got a near 200, under 200 lead right now, and A-team needs to recap and retake over those situations, but they are doing a great job. Food Stamps is doing actually a great job at doing the roam. I did not see that. Normally I would say like a Sirius or something like that needs to be done. Let's see if they can do that and keep up with this. Nice job from the carriers from Fruit Poop Loops, if I can say their name correctly tonight. So we are seeing a left push, because of course we do have the Prince Alfred Frederick, we do have Need, and we do have Matty Boy all at low health. Now Fear Kitten needs to be able to slow this down. They have the torpedoes specifically to do that. If they can slow this down, allow their team to get a little bit more time, they'll be able to heal. So that's a very important, and Formerly is probably going down right here from those expert torps from Fear. Put those down, lay them out, make sure that that person is dead. Now, of course, right now we're still doing a 3-to-1 situation on the death situation for each team. So let's see if they can confirm some more kills, push a little bit harder. As you can see, Husky is absolutely using the strength of the Prince Alfred Frederick of pushing up. It is a tanky ship, but it can only take so much damage for so long as any ship can. So can he take down someone else, or they can while they're still alive? And it looks like they're specifically targeting Matty Boy. That is a great job. Target guns, don't target health. So that was a great pick. Husky backing up, and of course On hopefully will be pushing up with that. Now over here, Kitten can shut down On and prevent that, but he does have Majestic over here in the London that could be able to shut him down. Husky going down from just the combined pressures of the Degrassi, the Independence, and the Prince Alfred Frederick. So let's see. Now over here, as we can tell, Arizona now the roamer is the problem, in my opinion. Is what are they doing now? The damage that they could be doing, or the tanking they could be doing, is a bit of a problem and might not be what they need to do. Now, this is an expert play from Fruit Poop, is absolutely pushing in and doing that stuff, but of course we only have 10 seconds in the game. Absolutely a great play from B-side on this. They got the kills, and they got enough caps at the last moment. That was great, but especially at the last part of the game, carriers sometimes push up. Your health, you are quite tanky. Make sure to do that. It's a great idea. Don't sit all the way in the back corner of the map and try to be safe, because you're just, basically helping your team lose at certain times. So hopefully everyone enjoyed. That was good. That was a very tight game. I was kind of wrong on a few things. Definitely going to admit that. But of course, as you can tell, London, I really still don't see it. I still don't see it. But over here, nice picks from them. They played the map well. And the two Fushins, they definitely showed you. Once you take out one of them, the team crumbles a little bit. So maybe 3, maybe not. Who knows? We'll find out. So we do have golden channel, center control. Let's see if there's any switches up here. We didn't see the dunker on that one, so let's see if Matty Boy is actually going to do that. Let's see, because we could have a switch. What's up? Hello, Ethereal. How's it going? Hopefully everyone is enjoying tonight. Tier 6, second night of the Pirate Mutiny tournament. So we, of course, are on basically winner's bracket 1. So to kind of go over that for anyone who is joining last minute, we, of course, are going through cage, center control, and haunted seats. It's a best of 3 with that. And, of course, as you can tell over here, whoever wins this goes against Team Canada. And then, winner's bracket round 2, we have got Northeast versus Southeast playing again from the other night. So let's quickly bop over. Let's see if there's any. We do have a dunker absolutely confirmed on this. I have a feeling this is a great pick, because this is where the dunker can do very well. It's great tanky. It can move back and forth in and out of the cap in order to potentially back up to heal, and then also take cap right there. We do also have the Warspite being switched out. I believe Food was in the Arizona last time. I'd argue almost interchangeable, but Warspite does have the usable HE versus the amazing AP of the Arizona. And then London being switched out for a Pensacola. I still wouldn't suggest that. But, you got to use what you got. We do have a Gallant coming out from Worldly Gig. That'll be an interesting pick. And it looks like Sanderson also pulling out a Gallant. Now, these are very much more 60-40 torp boats, so you more focus on the torps, and then you've got your guns at the back. But you do have usable smoke, which can provide a lot of protection for your team. We're going right in. Let's do this. Let's go. So we do have the Degrasses coming back, but now instead of Fushins, we've got Gallants. So let's see exactly if that changeup can maybe help do that, along with that Pensacola. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Don't freeze on me. Please don't freeze on me. Okay. Well, let's do this. So right here we're down with Team A. Right here we got Husky, Majestic in the Pensacola with the Black New Mexico still sitting on that ship. It's definitely there, and we of course got Formerly going in the Arizona. Going on the other team, we've got the Carriers, of course, doing a little bait and switch. They're trying to catch their bombers, or their dive bombers specifically, and the bait has actually happened right there. We do have a dunker with Matty Boy, which is a very interesting pick. We have not seen that in any other battle right here. We do have a Degrasse and a Prince Etzel Frederick on this side. Everyone is pretty much going to cap. We do have a few people trying to situate themselves in cap, but of course the A side is going to get that a little bit quicker, because of course they have the 2 Gallants versus not. Right here the red team is going to probably push on cap right here. Let's see if Need can get onto that side right there. But of course, we've already got 3. We've got Sanderson and Whirly Gig. Sanderson has taken a decent amount of damage. Gallant is not a a very armored ship, so of course it can dodge a lot of shells, it can take a lot, but it can't, of course it still only has the health of a DD. So let's see if these torpedoes from Fear Kitten, which was a very early push and smoking up to get out of there because they do not have the capabilities of doing that. Vinakeva, of course, definitely taking some very early fire. Hopefully they can remedy from last time where they absolutely did not take that much, with Food Stamp taking a very large hit. Now, looking at health, we got Sanderson taking a large hit on that, which maybe means they are going to lose a Gallant really early off. Great job and great focus fire from there. Let's see if A-side can absolutely start focusing. They need to make sure, remove guns from the game. That is the key idea of this thing, and Food Stamps definitely is taking it, but Vinakeva has also taken a lot of damage, and that spread of firepower is not a great thing. Is you want to make sure you're removing one person or at least 1 to 2 people at a time. Now over here we do have Matty Boy going to take a full set of Gallant torps. This is the strength of the Gallant, just absolutely a stream of torpedoes. That was almost 60%, or if not 60% of his health. That is a hard hit right there. Food Stamps is going down from the Pensacola. Interesting pick, but yet still able to work on that one. So let's see if they can end up working out here. They are going to target Fear Kitten because, of course, they removed the DD from play. They maybe can start taking the cap, but of course we do have the Prince Etzel Frederick moving, or Entel Frederick. Jesus, I can never say that name correctly on that situation. Fushin just moving, just slipping outside, getting in protection of the fleet. That is a great move right there. Vinakeva on their side is healing up, taking on that. Now over here, the Pensacola definitely needs to move back, but I don't know if they move back in time to be able to handle this much fire going on, and they've got a perma fire going down from Fear Kitten. Fear Kitten, great job on that. Fruit Poop Loops is definitely coming down, offering their assistance right here. Once again, this is showing the great potential of a carrier helping out their team. Let's see if that is enough to actually push it around while Vinakeva is trying to run away. Maybe not the great position to help out with, but there it goes. Matty Boy is taking a lot of damage over there, while we have, of course, the two Independences fighting each other on that. Down here, you're seeing kind of a shuffle of guard here. Formally, yep. Hey, there we go. There we go. B team is taking it there. Nice job from them, finally taking the cap. Let's see if they can actually take it all. Nut and Futz. Nice job on that, taking out Vinakeva, making sure, securing those kills, flipping the cap back on the A side. We've got an almost 200 up there, and Ona, nice job taking out Matty Boy, targeting those weak health individuals. Great job on that situation. We do have a little, let's see if the stream's gonna actually work, but Whirligig is a little bit far out, so let's see if they can take these hits and get away with it. So maybe, and there's the problem with the torpedoes. You send them all out in one stream, very easy to dodge. That's the problem with the Gallant. At this level of play, it's very risky to do a full straight out torp run right that, where here you got the Fushin moving in on that, and they're going to hit 1 or 2 torpedoes. Doesn't matter where they hit, they're going to hit somebody right there. 4 hits on right there. Nice job. The Prince Etzel Frederick is definitely taking a lot of damage. Probably did not back out soon enough on that, but they do have the cap for a little bit. But nope, going down right there. There's a 400-point lead right here. Now, going from this, if we look at this, we got Nut and Futz, and we do have Fruit Poop Loops in the caps with Need over there. This is just... oh man, people are going down. This was a great slug out of a game in that situation. Great plays from both sides, and I think it was the ship picks that really screwed over certain people, though the Pensacola was an interesting pick right here. The Dunker did not really show its strength because they unfortunately took a whole stream of Gallant torps really early on, but that ended up working out in their favor, but then ended up biting them in the butt, where the Gallants just aren't able to actually compete with the Fushin's normal torpedoes, and absolutely just normal cadence of just hitting 1 or 2 torpedoes. If you miss them all, you miss them all. So that's kind of a crapshoot there. We do have Husky pushing on Fear Kitten, and we do have Formerly shooting on that. Absolutely just tanking Need, just not really caring. Target, get that DD down. Now, waiting for Nuck to do something on this, because they do have, B does have cap, and they are one, basically against each other, but the battleships have so much health, they need to absolutely take advantage of having that DD, but Fear Kitten's taking so much damage, and Need is up to RNG, hoping to God they get enough fires to take down Formerly with only 20 seconds left and 200 points left. Even if they take out Formerly right now, it's looking like the early cap lead definitely took it and won it for this game for A team. So it was a great game. Different plays on stuff, but yeah, the Gallant pick and the Dunker pick, kind of an interesting picks, but neither of them really worked in this situation. So, but victory goes to A team on that. Great job on them. Let's see, what are we up to next? If I'm remembering right, B team won last game, if I'm remembering. What's up, everyone? Yeah, it's a very close match. It was a very close match. So, Formerly, once again, great job in the Arizona, showing the strength of the Arizona. It does have 12 guns that are fairly accurate, especially with the precise aim. So that's a very dangerous ship. We saw Sanderson absolutely getting focused early on. That was a great job from them. But over here, we got Warspite and Dunker. Matty Boy taking a full stream of Gallant Torps. Doesn't work so well. So we are going to game 3 with Haunted Seas 1-1. Of course, quickly go over here. We've got West Coast versus Central, so we will see exactly what goes on. Now, of course, Haunted Seas is a very interesting match because you can have almost no DDs and still be able to control the map. You can do some roamers in that situation, but we're not really seeing that type of play in this game. So let's see exactly how they switch up in this situation. I'm not seeing any official switch ups. Besides, of course, Dunker is going out. I think that Dunker will not work in this situation. This is very much one side going, basically a 3 here, going each side, vice versa, and taking their particular sides. It's how do they want to balance their firepower and also balance their map control with their DDs. So do we have a Gallant coming back in? Interesting pick, because we have 2 Degrasses and a Fushin down south in B team. Still waiting for ready up from Sanderson. Make sure I'm readied up. Don't want to be the reason that they're taking so slow. So let's see. We still have Independences. Independences are showing their strength, their capability of controlling the map specifically. That is definitely something that is important in the field, having those fighters to be able to just take on the enemies and also spot. Very important. So obviously with the HMS line just being released out, we thought that we were going to see a massive gain from that side, but we didn't. So okay, we are all ready. Let's go in. So we have a 2-1-3 and a 1-2-3 on each side. Let's see exactly how they do this. Haunted Seas is a kind of a lopsided map, if I want to say, in that C is just massive. And of course, A and B are so easy to grab, but it's whether or not who can roam, who also can make those successful pushes between each side. So let's see exactly how they go with this. Now we are starting down south. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Blue Stacks, we have got Whirligig, and we've got Husky. Husky is going north, which is a great idea. Kind of just situate themselves either at B in the far range, especially with that Warspite. That's a very good long-range sniper. Now up here we've got formerly Majestic and Sanderson all going to C, dedicating 3 ships, all of one type, up there, along with the exact same situation over here, except with the Degrasse, a Fusion, and a Prince Etchel Frederick. So we will see exactly how those two butt heads. Now, of course, the carriers are targeting completely different sectors of the field right here, along with Need, Matty Boy, Food Stamps, and Fruit Poop Loops over there. Now, here is where carriers, you actually can play a pretty important part of the game. So you can actually go up right against that island. It's a little dangerous, but it can still work. So let's go into this. Need, of course, taking a good amount of damage. The Grasse does have decent AA, but at this tier, most AA kind of sucks anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Right over here, we've got Sanderson taking some early brunt of damage along with the London with Majestic. That's a good amount of damage. Now, of course, the London outguns the Degrasse in terms of caliber. It does not outgun it in terms of DPM. So let's see if Vina Cava can sustain a large amount of firepower. Of course, we do have formerly in the Arizona coming up right there. So that's going to be a lot of there. Fear Kitten needs to really make sure both sides on this basically can constantly be moving and not focusing on shooting. So Fear Kitten needs to get in there and get that London and the Arizona, prevent them from getting all their guns capable on Vina Cava. But of course, we got massive hits going down early. Great job from Sanderson. That was an expert play. Spread out those torps. Do not send them all in one straight salvo. Give them a nice little spread, tighter, but keep it simple. Don't go crazy. But Sanderson, unfortunately, goes down from a lot of damage that they took earlier on in the game from the carrier, showing that carriers are a very important part and a very kind of powerful part of this game. Whirligig down here, as we can see down south, is absolutely roaming, and this is perfect play for a DD. Is absolutely put pressure, be out there, always be that nuisance. Unfortunately, they are spotted by the carrier and are going to hit there, and they do have a Degrasse hunting them down, but they still get at least one torpedo hit on that one. So we'll see if Whirligig can survive a Degrasse hunting them down. Now over here, we have On and Husky engaging Matty Boy over here in the Arizona. Arizona's a very tanky ship, very accurate ship. Fruit Poop Loops is moving in a little bit. I'm kind of curious on that situation, especially when you have 2 battleships right there. Now up here, we are seeing Majestic and Formerly duke it out with Prince Etzel Frederick and Fear Kitten. Fear Kitten smoking up the Prince Etzel Frederick. Now, because of that slow reload and because of everything like that, even if you are a big target in smoke, you get a little benefit out of smoke. It's not a huge, but it can help, and maybe it's right here that it prevented those torpedoes from absolutely fully hitting the Frederick. So that's a great move from Fear Kitten, offering a smoke that, of course, could be a lifeline to them later. Down here, Whirligig is, of course, running Need away, and that is absolutely just pulling out one of their biggest advantages of their cruiser right here. So Need, I'm not gonna lie, needs to just run away. Whirligig is removing themselves from this game. I'm not really sure this is a great play. Now, of course, Fruit Poop Loops is helping, but I'd say that sometimes you need to learn to disengage. That is a key skill. Formerly taking a large hit from, of course, we've got the Warspite with Food Stamps, and we do have the Frederick up there. Now, these two right here, the black, Fear Kitten is going down, of course, from the London up there. That was an unfortunate situation for B team on that, losing both their DD and now a cruiser right now. It's a lot of firepower, but of course, we do have Formerly taking a lot of hits right now, so let's see if they can go down. But Need taking down Whirligig, great job. Unfortunately, now Need is nowhere. Need is down here, who knows where and what that. Luckily, they've served their purpose, but a DD kill is not much in terms of points. B is still down on points. B team is specifically down on points by about 30. They need a recap and they need to redo things. With Formerly needs to be destroyed now, with Fruit Poop Loops absolutely targeting them in this situation. Now, you do have On and Husky here, which was a great positionary situation from A's team, putting them kind of in the middle of things, which could go sour for them, but it also, they could be the ones to help the flank win. So sometimes you do want to put things there. It's a risky position, but if that risk pays off, it's worth it. So let's see exactly how this works out. Matty Boy, of course, is running away. Now, it's in Arizona and running away at what was it, 20 knots, ain't really running away. So let's see if Formerly can stay alive. London absolutely getting right in the way. That probably was not supposed to happen, but absolutely great job from Majestic right there. Use your health. Use your health to your advantage because, of course, you get food stamps moving over there, and you do have Nuck moving back. Now, over here, right here, Fruit is moving in with Need. Great job taking those caps. Unfortunately, with only a minute left, the scores are tight. B team needs to definitely take some ships out. Unfortunately, because of their early cap capabilities, A team is showing their strengths of that they took the caps early, they held the caps early, so they got it. And then that two DDs, they might have lost them early, they still won the caps, and that's a big thing for the situation. Now, Husky and On, I would have argued that they maybe didn't need to go after Matty Boy, but at the same time, they're still so full health. They're so strong at this point, and of course, they are winning the game right here. And Formerly, absolutely doing a great job. Just, hey, ring around the rosy, go around the island. Who cares? We're gonna win. Don't matter. Don't threaten the win. And just specifically go after that. On's going for the cap because why not? Husky, I'll take damage. You're a war spite. Who cares? And of course, we got Food Stamps just trying to do their best down here. We've got Need trying to do their best, but unfortunately, I have a feeling that that will not go well for them if they had a prolonged battle here. But the game is basically done. The Degrassi is not a very good battleship killer at all. So, great job on that, A-Team. Nice job. So what we really saw is even though they lost the DDs early, the DDs dying early were enough to secure the caps so they control the caps. On and Husky absolutely were great in that middle portion of spreading out their firepower and basically focusing who they needed to do. The Southern team probably could have focused and moved down south from B side and going from B over to A in order to absolutely push their advantage over on that situation on the south side, and also force Husky and On in order to make sure that they were actually pushing and hey, now they can't switch their firepower, they can't focus that situation. That was a great thing, but it didn't end up working that way, and that maybe is a suggestion for future games. So let's see exactly how this goes. We are done with this game, so of course let's go over to this side over here and quit the room. Second game, we have winners bracket 2-1 with Aurora Big Race and Typhoon's Eye. Some very interesting maps on that situation, and we'll see exactly how they position themselves. If we go over to the match right here, now of course West will be moving forward to battling Canada, if I'm remembering right. Sorry if I said that wrong, but of course we got Northeast versus South doing that, and we are watching 2-1 specifically on this situation at 1:30 now. Of course, sometimes these tournaments take a little bit of time, so we are waiting. And let's quickly make sure we can get in on that next game. Yep. Either way, great games from both of them. They were great pushes. There was a lot of great focus on that situation. Both teams focused pretty well. And focusing fire, and of course, in that last game, you had those two battleships in that kind of risky position. The only way to really prevent them from doing that is if a DD can kind of prevent them from always firing their full firepower in that situation. So you have a DD kind of screen that area, make sure, hey, there's battleships there, send out some torpedoes, get their minds thinking other than about just how to shoot. So that's definitely an interesting way of going. Let's see, we got 1080 right here. We are moving into the second match right here. Let me make sure. Let me make sure that I'm on the right game here. Just want to make sure. Hopefully, everyone is enjoying the coverage of Night 2. Let's see. We do have Baby Shark. Report Fruit. Yeah, you are pretty hackish. Pretty hackish. So we of course got, I believe, if I'm remembering right, let me see. Are we getting the right match? Maybe I was invited to the wrong one. Aurora. Okay, we are at round 2. So this is Northeast versus, or no, this is Canada versus that one. Yes, if I can keep this straight. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we're at 2-1. Okay, we're going backwards. We were at 2-2. Now we're at 2-1. Who knows why? Who knows? Who knows? We'll go with this. Let's go into this game. We are getting close to being readied up. We have, and of course, I was the one who's slowing this all down. Let's go. Now, of course, we do have a Normandy, a Molotov, 2 functions, Independence, and a Black Ishmael and a Warspite. We are seeing the Black Ishmael come back. Now, the Black Ishmael does have a very powerful combo. It is a tier 6 Roma. If people want to say that, of course, it's not as effective as the Roma, but it is still a very powerful ship. We do have an Eric Lowenhart coming back for the carrier, so we'll see exactly how it handles with the Independence, because we did see the Eric Lowenhart not really do too well with the tier 6 HMS carrier, but it still did a pretty darn good job yesterday. We do have, of course, a Sirius coming back and a Degrassi. We only have one Fusion on the enemy team, so let's see exactly. All right, are we gonna go? Or we're waiting on Sergeant Combs. Yep. Waiting. Hopefully everyone's having a great night. Sorry, Pig Bay unfortunately could not join us tonight, but tonight you get me, just me. Either way, like, follow, subscribe on any platform if you like this content. I stream every Wednesdays, and of course, join the Discord. And thank you to the Patreon members for all the support that they give me on this channel. We're going right in. Let's go. Round 2. Well, round 2 of 3 games. Yeah, that one. So let's go in on this. And we are in. All right. If we look at this, we got Josh, Bodie McBoatface. Of course, we got Littlefinger. Launching Baby Shark is already going for that, making sure they've got all their planes. Super Saiyan, Look You're Dead, and 1080 are over here. As we go over this, when we're looking at the teams, they're perfectly splitting once again. Now, tier 6 is a very balanced meta, so you're constantly going to see this, where it's more of what is the composition to win each side going to be, and the positioning of each side. We've got Sergeant Combs, YOHO, and Smuckin right there with Iron Maiden in the Eric Lowenhart, while we have over here, we have Ron Swanson, the Irish Pirate, and Man of War on this side. So basically, we've got a fairly balance on both sides. It's just they're both inverted, so let's see if they can both take advantage of those situations, and we'll see exactly which one wins. Because, of course, when you do have 2 battleships with a DD, then that cruiser needs to be able to do it. But if the Molotov and Warspite can focus down that cruiser, that DD all of a sudden gets a whole new just breath of fresh air right there. So down here, of course, we've got the Sirius and the Schmucken absolutely smoking up, but we also have torps from Look You're Dead down here with the Normandy and Black Ishmael. So this was the whole two DDs versus 1 DD setup that we'll see exactly how this goes. We do have an early cap win on A side, having 2-1 on the caps, so that's a great push. But we do have Ron Swanson and the Irish Pirate slowly moving forward on that, maybe trying to push on Littlefinger right there, push them out of the cap, and maybe prevent them from being able to recap in that situation. Up here, we got Sergeant Combs taking a good amount of damage. Black Ishmael is a very large ship, so that can happen with that. While you do have Normandy, which is, of course, a very large ship as well, but it's got a lot of guns on that thing. Super Saiyan is pushing up in the Black Ishmael, so we'll exactly see. They are targeting the DD as a battleship at long range. I really wouldn't, but, hey, that's what the shot caller is calling. That's what you got to do. So right down here, you can see Baby Shark and Iron Maiden absolutely trying to be close enough to not be spotted, or, be far enough not to be spotted, but close enough to absolutely try to help out their team as fast as possible on that situation. Now, right here, as you can see, Ron Swanson and the Irish Pirate are pushing on B, but Josh, having taken a considerable amount of damage over there, are trying to take down Irish Pirate over there, while we do have the Molotov using its wonderful AP, but it's not great against battleships right there. So let's see it, and we do have some smack talk in the chat. Nice job. I love this. Great job. Look, You're Dead is going there. Josh is unfortunately going down. That was a great focus fire on them, losing that specific there. We have Sirius going down on the other side. So you're seeing kind of the sides prevail. Let's see if Look, You're Dead can go around. Yep, absolutely. Just smoke up. Wait, hold up. Wait for the game to register that you're doing that, and just go out and drop some torpedoes. Now, of course, they are dropping it very vertical on that situation, so some are going to miss. It's not going to be a full hit on that situation, but still, Sergeant Combs taking a darn good amount of things. Irish Pirate going down, having taken a considerable amount of damage from being basically just in the middle and being shot at from both sides. That's a bit of a problem. Now, of course, Ron Swanson doesn't want to be in the exact same situation, so pulling north or backing up north specifically to make themselves a target for both, but also just getting out of there. Littlefinger absolutely dropping great there. Unfortunately, Look, You're Dead gets taken down by Sergeant Combs, and the Normandy pushing on Sergeant Combs up there. Man, we got a lot of action in this game. Great moves. Littlefinger taking a large hit on Ron Swanson and lighting him on fire. Let's see if the Normandy does not have great armor. Neither does the Black Ishmael, so we're going to see if these two can actually battle and duke it out. Nice job on that, taking that down with fires. Just constantly doing that while Ron Swanson is getting focused by Littlefinger. And that's unfortunately probably going to be the death of them, with Super Saiyan absolutely trying to help out right there. Now, Bodie McBoatface is pulling away. Don't waste your life. Get back, heal up. It's better for you. Ron Swanson going down in the middle. Littlefinger trying to retake the cap, but of course we get Man of War pushing up right there onto B, holding the cap. That was a great way to do it, but unfortunately the early cap positions of A have unfortunately put them in a poor position, and the losses that they've had on their team. B team is taking 2 heavies of hits, and the Degrassi is not going to be able to hold against the Normandy, which has a lot of guns that it's great at killing cruisers. So that was a very interesting pick right here. Littlefinger sending off torpedoes. Now, this type of set of formation is a great way to get people thinking. It doesn't put in too much, but it also puts enough damage out, thus killing Man of War. Great job, Littlefinger, on that. Now, Schmucken is definitely moving in on Bodie McBoatface. The Molotov is not a ship to screw with as a DD, but if you can keep a small enough target, because it does have a vertical kind of or I should say a more horizontal shot, if you can keep a very vertical face to it, the Molotov will miss most of its shots. We did see that the Normandy went down on this one, and we do have the Eric Loneheart going on down south, absolutely targeting, once again, showing how powerful CVs are. Just think if this was tier 10 and such, that would be an absolute insanity thing. Bodie McBoatface is unfortunately looking to be taken down by the Fushin, but we do have the carrier looking to help out here, dropping some torts on Smucken, getting some good solid hits right there. Great work. Bodie McBoatface just running. Just don't worry about it. You're 200 plus lead. You're doing great. You've got most of your team has plenty of health, and you've got the lead because all of you have capped well, thus showing how important caps are. That was a great play from A side, and some great kills done early on from each side, or at least I'd say mid-game was great. Where let's see if the Fushin can kill Bodie McBoatface. Nice job on those shots right there. Now, of course, we do have Super Saiyan, Black Ishmael, a lot of guns, great, pretty decent HE because of those large amounts of guns. So we'll see exactly if these two can handle it. But of course, smoke up. Don't even try. And of course, HE is already loaded from Super Saiyan, and they do have Rapid Reload 1 and Precise Aim 1. So, yep. We'll see how this goes. Super Saiyan does a great job. This is showing that you can't bank on your torps going in a certain way. They are going to dodge at this level of play. So great job on that. Let's see if last minute Baby Shark taking them down. Nice job on that. Cheers to the first game of Winners Bracket 2-1. That was some great plays from the teams. Great focus fire too, and also some very risky plays, especially with the Function going after the Black Ishmael, trying to basically do a bit of a suicide run. A lot of people need to remember sometimes you need to go on the opposite side in order to try to stay alive on a battleship, because of course you're only dealing with secondaries and the main guns are pointed the exact opposite way. They're too slow to turn. So try to sometimes do a perpendicular attack on battleships specifically. So We're going right into the next one. We got Big Race. Let's see. We are waiting on that. The Normandy pick was interesting, and it definitely is a great cruiser killer because of the small guns, but a lot of guns in comparison to other battleships of that area. But overall, pretty interesting pick. We did see the Dunker last game, but Normandy's a whole different monster. Same thing. It's like it's older brother the Lion. So let's see any changes. We do have Black Ishmael. We are waiting for Ron here. Not readied. See if it goes. Hopefully everyone is enjoying tonight. I am. These are some very close games and very critical games, and I would love to hear from many people actually shot calling for this, or many other leads of Pramo, FND, and USN. See what they're thinking. That would be an amazing time to get their opinions on these games, to see exactly what they think went wrong, what they think went right. That'd be a lot of fun. So let's see, we are getting some swaps here, but we do have Big Race, because we did have Aurora. Now, of course, Big Race is very much a map domination battle, and you are going to try to have some roamers, which, of course, we do have YOHO with Sirius right there, which is YOHO from YOHO. I know it's confusing. Hopefully everyone understands. But let's get into it. 3, 2, 1. So we have a 2-1-3. 2-1-3 versus a 1-2-3. And of course, come on, Blue Stacks, you are pissing me off tonight. We of course got the Molotov and 2 battleships up north. They do seem to generally be going towards C. Now over here we got Look You're Dead, Littlefinger. They are splitting up, specifically going towards specific areas. But I almost wonder if they're giving up B. Maybe an early give up B, which happens a lot more than you want to admit. B kind of tends to be an annoying cap to pick up, but if you are a DD, you can do that. Over here, we've got Ron Swanson, Sergeant Combs, and YOHO moving towards C with a backup of a Princess of Frederick going up north, the Irish Pirate. So down here, we have the Function and De Grasse going towards A, absolutely trying to confirm that. So let's see if these two can absolutely hold that situation. Go up to top view. So they are giving up B. So, of course, right here, this is Man of War and Schmucken definitely need to take A, take down Littlefinger, and head towards B. Almost sometimes ignore the battleship that's gone down there because they're just so slow. You'll deal with them later. What you want to do is try to pincer this larger fleet. And, of course, this larger fleet over here is trying to basically do the exact same thing. So we're going to see who can do it with Bodie McVoses taking a large amount of damage right there, probably showing themselves a little too early right there. Molotov is still a light cruiser, so we just saw how light it actually is. Smuckinator has taken a large amount of hits from Littlefinger. Littlefinger's got a lot of health there. Man of War needs to get their guns into battle, or Schmucken will lose this fight, or Man of War, their Smuckinator going down right there, so they have just lost their only DD on that situation. Man of War needs to take out Littlefinger to then regain that loss right there, because they, of course, have lost the Molotov, but Littlefinger doing the absolute right thing. Put an island between. They can't shoot the island, and, of course, 1080, put pressure on them. Good, done. De Grasse is a hard ship to hit, or an easy ship to kill in a battleship. As you can tell up here, we are seeing a good amount of health being changed, but Josh is taking way too much damage, and we aren't seeing a swap out of anything. We are seeing a great focus fire from the team. We are seeing a Sirius up here that probably should have gone down south, but they were positioned up north. They might be a little slow on that position. We got Man of War absolutely taking some large hits from 1080, retaking A. They have C. Cap game is going right now in terms of A team. Princess of Frederick is definitely positioning themselves down south, but I'm not really sure how much they're going to help out when you've got Littlefinger being a roamer right now. Just pace yourself. Sometimes you wait and trying to target 1080, but of course Man of War putting an island between themselves, doing exactly what Littlefinger did to him. Let's see exactly how that pays off for that. Josh is down in the war fight up top, so the Fusion needs to absolutely try to keep YOHO and Sergeant Combs at bay, but Sergeant Combs is keeping that island in between him and the DD. Great maneuver and great positioning there, while Super Saiyan is getting hit by the carrier and getting focused. Now over here we got Ron Swanson and the Irish Pirate probably taking on 1080, which is right here what I would absolutely do. Target Super Saiyan, get all of your northern forces, annihilate Super Saiyan. Who cares about down south right here? They have down south, monopolize on your gain right here, because of course you are right now losing in terms of cap points, but they are trying to at least put a little pressure on 1080, preventing them from going there. Littlefinger has healed up. They need to get in there. They are retaking B to try to make sure they keep that cap lead, but we're going to see exactly how long they can keep that, especially when you do have Sergeant Combs, YOHO, and the Irish Pirate all at pretty darn good health. Sergeant Combs has taken a good amount of damage. Look Your Dead has been doing a great job right here, absolutely getting in a position so that the island doesn't matter. Hey, I'm going to drop some torps on you, enjoy, have fun with my fishies. So, doing a great job. He's got to stay alive, though, right here, and unfortunately, that oh, that island is not going to give him shelter or anything like that. It's going to put that in there. Super Saiyan is so far out. Still being able to put shots down range, maybe a kill shot on Ron Swanson? Nope, unfortunately not. DDs are down on that side. We do have Littlefinger down here with the cap still being in A side. A side is losing via that. They can take down their Ron Swanson. Great job on that. Take down the people who are dead. Sergeant Combs is too far off. Don't worry about him. Focus on a new target. You got Irish Pirate or YOHO. Personally, take out the Sirius. It's going to die immediately. It's going to kind of go absolutely great exploder in that situation. And or we do have Iron Maiden moving in with the Iron Heart, which absolutely is a great battle carrier type of thing. So positioning themselves, absolutely attacking 1080. 1080 looks to be going down right here, taking a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Littlefinger is not able to pop down a smoke on that. We do have a carrier, Eric Loneheart, absolutely taking down 1080 right there. Nice, great job on absolutely focused firing right there. We do have the Northern Fleet controlling C. The caps are still on A side. So this team, B team, needs to push in. They need to take out somebody, and they need to prevent the caps from negating any of their advantages. They absolutely are letting the caps get to their advantages, and they're not able to do that. Baby Shark needs to die to win, and then on top of it, flip the cap. The Sirius can also, because it is very much a stealthy-ish ship, move in there. Sergeant Combs going down. Unfortunately, that really puts B team at a situation, even with the death there. Ooh, let's see how this goes, because of course YOHO needs to take B, get B. They need to kill Baby Shark. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. YOHO is definitely taking some flack there, taking some hits there, and Super Saiyan sitting back there with a lot of health there. A lot of health that could have been helping keep other people alive. Oof. Fushin going down from that. I don't know if they have enough time. Maybe. Baby Shark's at very low health. If B team can kill Baby Shark in time. Yup, right there. Great job, B team, securing it at the last moment. Sometimes, who cares about cap? Kill all. Great job on B team's side right there. Great job. Great job. So, as we can tell, the Northern Fleet definitely used their health to the advantage to press that side, push on that side, focused fire right. We got Baby Shark absolutely doing an immense amount of damage. Super Saiyan did an insane amount of damage, but they also ended with a lot of health that they could have actually used to keep other people alive, maybe give focus to other things, try to give off a little bit of their life in order to keep someone else alive so that they could heal and come back into the fight. Now over here, we've got the Sirius, realistically, everyone doing a great amount of job besides Man of War and Schmucken, which were unfortunately taken out very early on. They were not able to use their advantages to that position. So let's see. I think that was a great game. I think that was a great game. Great positions, great pushes. Unfortunately, there were some people that maybe needed to kind of be there more within the fight. So, especially with how Josh died so early on, where Super Saiyan could have taken some of that damage early on and kept another gun alive, especially the Warspite's guns, which are considerable amounts of damage that they can do. So, all right, game 3, Typhoon's Eye. Now, this is an interesting map, and it's a mixture of map play and also a mixture of who can snipe best. So you definitely have the situation where obviously A, C, B, D get taken by their respective teams, and now it's up to the battleships and the cruisers to prevent the cruisers preventing the DDs from making their moves, making their pushes, and the battleships to just slug it out. And whoever gets lucky enough, whoever gets that position enough, you're going to have that fight there. So let's make sure I'm readied up before no one else is. So great work on the teams. Let's see exactly how they play with the map play of this map, and also just the pure slugging that happens on this map that needs to happen, unfortunately, to make or break a side. Just because, typically, let's say you make a move or a push from C to D, well, guns at B now can shoot you. It's basically the same exact way with A to C. A to C can shoot you. So you got to figure out how you want to do it. Shot callers are going to be absolutely going crazy on this. Comms are going to be silent and absolutely focusing on exactly who they want to focus. So we will see how it goes. Let's just wait and give my voice a rest. Hopefully everyone's having a great night and enjoying the Pirate Mutiny Volume 3 Tier 6 tournament. As we can tell, the tournament, Tier 6 is a very balanced, very balanced tier. There's a lot of options at Tier 6. So we're seeing, nothing's clear. We thought the Black Ishmael yesterday was going to be a complete just roller, but it isn't. So let's go into this. We do have the Black Ishmael in. Ron Swanson coming back. Ron's game's crashed. Yep, yeah, I gotta love that. I wonder what a crash counter would look like on one of these nights. Just be like, have everyone tell me whenever they crash. Probably too much. Probably way too much. So, just waiting for Schmuckinator. If I'm pronouncing their name right, hopefully. Please, hopefully. Do. Okay. If we're waning, if we go over to this, quickly check, we of course are on the final game of round 2 over here from the latest and greatest on that situation. Actually, we're already going into the game. Smucketeer finally got his thing going. All right, let's do this. Let's go into game. Alright, pop it up. Let's go. Okay, we've got Josh and Bodie McFosace in the Molotov, which is a great ship, but unfortunately it does have light cruiser tendencies. Littlefinger all going towards C. Over here we got Look You're Dead, 1080, and Super Saiyan most likely going towards A, and then swinging out around here to focus on B's team. Now, of course, once again, we're seeing the team split up into teams of 3 each. So we have a Function, a Sirius, and Black Ishmael with Sergeant Combs, YOHO, and Smuckinator right there, while you have Ron Swanson, Iris Spire, and Man of War right there with the Degrassi. So let's see exactly how this goes on the terms of battle. Now, of course, the carriers have already started targeting people, changing blows. AA at this tier, not that crazy important, but it does slowly whittle down. As we can tell right here, we definitely have carriers absolutely doing expert drops on certain ships. We are obviously in that tier of player that they're able to do this, where we have D, B, and C, A absolutely taken by each of their respective teams. Now we do have 1080 dropping A and going more towards C. So we might see a more kind of distinguished push in that situation, but I want to see exactly where 1080 focuses. That's going to be quite interesting. We will see exactly how that goes specifically. We do have Ron Swanson starting to take some early shots. Everyone's just taking pot shots. Josh is taking a considerable amount of damage right there from some early hits from the carrier. So let's see if Josh can maintain that amount of fire on that situation. Now, they are specifically putting a island in between them and the DeGrasse, which actually is a great idea. Now, all they have to do is focus on Ron Swanson, the Irish Pirate, which the Irish Pirate isn't even focusing on. Littlefinger has pushed forward and has been spotted by a man of war. Now, this is where Bodie McBoatface needs to capitalize and destroy the DeGrasse. The 180s on the Molotov can absolutely annihilate the DeGrasse. But, of course, the rate of fire that the man of war, that DeGrasse can put out is another thing. So let's see who can be a better shot over here. We got Sergeant Combs. Now, right over here, Look You're Dead is doing a great job with that 2 DD route. Let those DDs play. Just literally say, hey, you own this area, DD. Make sure these people do not move forward. Sergeant Combs is taking a lot of damage, slowing down, showing full broadside as Super Saiyan over here and potentially 1080. So great positions and great focus over there. We do have a large push from Irish Pirate and Man of War over here, taking down Josh. Good job, Ron Swanson, on the shots over there. Now, this team definitely, they're trying to do this. They're trying to basically envelope the team and come over from the other side. Let Sergeant Combs even die. Just let them be a health pool to work through before this team can push over. While you do have Warspite or Super Saiyan in the Warspite just going around the match, and eventually, if you do this right, your team basically comes around, kills everything, and then comes back to them. They might be full health, but now you also have an entire team going against it. We have Look You're Dead and Schmuckin absolutely doing it with Sergeant Combs going down up there, taking a lot of damage. But maybe that death was not in vain. Absolutely just holding off this Northern Fleet while you're holding off the Eastern Fleet while your Western Fleet is I'm screwing up everything, aren't I? The Western Fleet, the Eastern Fleet. You get it. Look You Dead goes down, unfortunately, just Schmuckin, but of course, he's got a Warspite right there, and of course, Littlefinger shooting and pot shotting right there. Super Saiyan taking them down, but launching torpedoes at the last moment. Great shots from that. Full broadside, almost full broadside. Great job on that. YOHO, of course, is running away, and they will be giving up B, but they are already retaking C. So we are seeing basically two sides do a little switcheroo right there, and now it is a vertical fight. Bodie McBoatface going down from the DeGrasse, showing that, hey, you can't handle that amount of rate of fire from the DeGrasse on the Molotov for too long. You have to capitalize on those guns. Now up here we got 1080 absolutely getting focused by 3 people, while YOHO is literally just let Littlefinger and Super Saiyan play with their food. Littlefinger and Super Saiyan are holding out right now. They need to be pushing elsewhere. YOHO is their food. It's their target. They died, but who cares right now, because you have this entire fleet moving south, taking out another battleship right there. Great move from B team on that situation, giving up some certain teams, letting certain places die in order to make sure that the rest of your team can win. Now, this is where Littlefinger needs to absolutely just show what a DD means to the situation. Now, he does have a DeGrasse, or they have a DeGrasse, with Man of War pushing on A. So now you have the entire fleet going to the other side. Super Saiyan's taking a lot of damage from all 3 of these ships. Even if Ron and Irish Pirate, they might be at lower health, they are still doing a great job. And let's see exactly how they can do against Super Saiyan right here. 3 fires. That just healed. Great work on that. But of course, you do have the Eric Loneheart absolutely hitting him. We've got, oh my gosh, this was a great play from B team right here. Let's see if they can finalize it and make sure that it goes through, because Super Saiyan needs to die, and then all they need to do is pump Littlefinger full of HE and call it good. And they win. B team taking down Super Saiyan. Great work on that. Absolutely A fell right into the B's trap, specifically on making sure that basically, hey, sure, we'll let a few people die. Just be a tank there. Just be alive there long enough and distract them. Why do they care? Because their entire team, most of their firepower is going to go the other side and absolutely waste one side. And because of how balanced it is, you're going to want to play like that. So Ron Swanson, unfortunately, is going to be going down to Littlefinger, showing the importance of that. Great job, Littlefinger, but unfortunately, just not enough with DeGrasse and Eric Lowhart shooting at you. This is it. That was a great push and great idea, especially when you're at this level of play. You just sometimes sacrifice some teammates just saying, hey, you're just going to be on that side. You're done. You're done, but you want to know what? Hold the line until we get over there, and they pushed right, because occasionally, sometimes your holders can be killed almost instantaneously, and now your strategy has to completely change. So great job on that. Baby Shark, of course, just running away. So that was expert play. Expert play. Typhoon's Eye, round 2, or winner's bracket 2-1 is done. Great play from them. Great play. All right, let's go into this. Let's look at the after results screen specifically. Let's see who did the most damage and why and what they do. So as you can tell over here, we got Ron Swanson, the Black Ishmael, showing the power of that ship. Great job from them. We got the DeGrasse, Eric Lonehart, and Prince Etchel Frederick doing a great job. Now down here, as much as Sergeant Cone, Smuckinator, and YOHO not doing as much damage, they held the line and they won the game for this team right here on that side. So it was a great play on them. Over here, we got 1080 and Super Saiyan all doing a majority of the thing along with Littlefinger. This is where the two DDs, if they're not playing with this, they can't stop this push over here. And because of that, just not enough, not enough to win that. So unfortunately, that is it for round 2. Let's go into this side over here. Now, of course, we got New Dawn, Cage Epicenter again, and Golden Channel. So we'll have to see exactly how this goes. Over here, Pirate Mutiny Tournament. Let's watch this. We do have Southeast going up to winner's bracket round 3, which of course we will be watching winner's bracket round. Yeah, this is the finale right here. And we do have the team moving forward from the last game. So, yep. Finally, Look Your Deads does something. Yeah. Yep, and, JK. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. Super Saiyan, more like super selfish. Ooh. Chaz, spicy tonight, aren't you? Aren't you a little bit spicy? Yes. So, we're of course going to be waiting for the next invite. Do that. And that's not. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm not going to say anything. World Chat. World Chat is fun. Oh, man, thank God I wasn't showing that. Let's move on. Of course, from there, New Dawn. New Dawn's an interesting map, but of course, Cage Epicenter, Golden Channel, we have seen them even tonight, so we'll see exactly what they bring and what they're moving on. We, of course, are unfortunately 18 minutes delayed, so we will be seeing when that exactly comes forward on that. Let me make sure that we actually have invites out for that. I'm not seeing anyone yet. So hopefully everyone is having a great night tonight. There's some very close games tonight, some great plays. Hopefully, let me know. What do you guys? Are you learning anything? Are you thinking that maybe there's some poor picks of ships? I think London is definitely a poor pick. I don't know why they keep on choosing it, but it is a great smoke machine until it dies. So let's go in. Of course, I'm just going to wait until it comes up. Just keep around for the time being, and we'll see when we get the invite.